What's up, guys? Mr. House here with season 29 of Alliance War. So, this is war number 1. I'm still in Path 4 in the Infinity Rangers. In this first fight, I must say, I really messed up. So, I assumed Black Panther would work for this fight, and he really doesn't. You'd have to intercept every single attack you do, and it's literally impossible. And I also get a game freeze, if you notice it there on the SP2, which really screws me over, and I die much quicker than I probably would have. So, that's it for that fight. I'll let someone else take that. I wasn't going to risk anything more. And then we're in the second section of Path 4. You know, terrible start to the season. But, of course, it's not the worst thing to get the first death of the season out of the way. Here we got Invisible One. This fight's pretty easy. With any skill champion, really. Really any champion, to be honest. I do make a few mistakes in the fight, but it's definitely not a hard fight. You know, I usually bring Elsa for Path 4. I just wasn't feeling her. Getting kind of bored of using her, but you know, I'm going to have to start using her again, because Black Panther, although he works for some of the fights, Void's on the path most of the time, so there's no reason not to use Elsa. But if there's ever no Void, I definitely use Black Panther. And here I get back into the groove of the fight, and I'm doing pretty well at this point. And I'm just trying to bait that one so I don't take it to the face. And she's dead, so not a bad fight there. Not great, but not bad either. Then we got a Havoc, so I've taken this fight before with Yellow Jacket. It's a bit of a harder fight, but really there is no good counter to this fight, if we're being honest. He's going to be unblockable no matter what. So the best thing you can possibly do is just use a champion that's going to either kill him really quickly or make Havoc kill himself. So I picked the second option. So I just get to an SB3. He uses a couple ones and the fight's over. For those of you not aware, Yellow Jacket's energy resistance is off the charts. So he's able to deal with this fight very easily. His plasma detonation damage he's going to take is very minimal. You know, I normally bring Havoc for this fight, but I need Yellow Jacket for the path anyways, so I brought Yellow Jacket. That heal block wasn't there. It would make the fight a lot easier. So I'm going to throw my 3 here. Now I got the infinite power sting. And it's just a matter of letting Havoc use the specials to kill himself. So for all the new subscribers I have that are unaware how Yellow Jacket works, basically at Sig 200, his power sting that he applies on his SP3 has a 100% chance to reapply itself every single time. And this is crucial to using Yellow Jacket. Even 199, it's not guaranteed, so you need that 200 to make Yellow Jacket one of the best champions, in my opinion, in the entire game. Here we got a thing on Ebb and Flow Intercept, Mighty Charge. So, another Yellow Jacket fight. I'm not sure if I've taken this one in particular before, but it's not a hard matchup, really. I'm going to heal up here just to be safe. Another good thing about Yellow Jacket's kit, if you mess up a dex on one of the thing's specials and it's unblockable, you're able to take, I think it's 50% or 75%, no, 75% reduced damage. So that's really huge in this kind of matchup, especially in Alliance War. I don't think I ran an indestructible boost in this path. I was pretty confident in these fights being easy. Now, this fight can be a little annoying with Mighty Charge and the slow debuff, but it's not impossible. And the power sting, the infinite power sting from the SP3, not really a great thing to rely on. But even getting one power sting off is worth it. For the most part, though, I'm probably going to go for ones. I think I forgot at this point, and I went for a 3. Even special 2s are good in this fight, because I'm going to reduce his willpower healing, which is really important when I have a slow debuff on him. It's going to like reduce his healing by, I think, 50%, so he'll be like draining 100 health per second, which is really nice. So the only thing you really need to pay attention in this fight is the protection, and of course Mighty Charge, but there's 2 protections in this fight, so you just have to be careful, you know. Thankfully, I believe this thing was running suicide, so it made my life a little bit easier. He did kill himself a lot quicker, and it made the fight a lot quicker. I believe he was running them. So yeah, if I wasn't prepared for that, and he purified my stun, I would have gotten killed. Sorry, I would have gotten a KO out of the face. So it's all about being careful in this fight, taking it very slow. It's certainly not the most fun thing in the world to do. So now I'm going to start using the 2s, because the 2s are very important in this particular matchup. And I'm in my Meltdown, so that's a lot of bonus damage as well. Got the power stings going, and of course they get purified. That probably would have killed him, but you know, it is what it is. So, just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Power stings, trying not to let him Mighty Charge him, but he does. And there he goes, finally goes down. Excuse me, guys. Alright, we got an APOC here. One of the alliance mates died here, so this is just a mini boss. I believe it's Enhanced Special 1, Hurt Locker, and Power Focus 1. So it's a pretty easy fight for Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket's a great APOC counter for the most part. He can take like at least 15 SP1s through the block, probably like 100 honestly. They do no damage to him because of his energy resistance. I'm just gonna push to an SP3 and just keep it in the 1s and 2s, and this fight's a joke really. Hurt Locker doesn't affect me. I only need to use 1 SP3, which is another bonus to having him at such a high sig.
What we do here is go back.
So I will say I definitely recovered from the sore from the first fight, but just not a great way to start the season, that's for sure. Didn't feel good. You know, 2 weeks of off season, going straight in and dying in the first fight does not feel good. So I am just letting him, try and get him to use his SP1 right now. And he does, and he kills himself. So, easy. Now, last fight of the war. We got a Magneto boss. I took this fight last season once with Sim Supreme, and I used some Mystic Power Boosts. They weren't any in the store, and I didn't have any, so I was a little worried, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little worried I would either time out or just die from block damage. So, you know, I do have a 6,200 rank 3 Sim Supreme, so the odds are definitely in my favor. I was probably worrying over nothing, but for the most part, this is a very easy fight. And I'll say this right now, I did have this exact same fight in the next war, so it's definitely a good matchup. There's no question about it. And I actually just got some extra points of Mystic Dispersion in my mastery setup, which is really helpful for Sim Supreme. So I'm at 4 out of 5 right now. 5 out of 5 would be nice, but it's not really concerning to me to have that extra point. I'd be very interested to try Hood here. I have like a 670, 6-star rank 1 Hood. I have to rank him up to rank 3. He's not going to be my Mystic rank 3, but once I do, I'm really curious how you do against this kind of fight. I think he'd be really good for it. But Sim Supreme's usually my go-to Mystic in the game. Him and Mephisto paired together are just an absolute beast of a team. And even on their own, they're both really good. And this is exactly where you want to be in the fight. You have 3 armor breaks, another SP3. I mean, this fight could not be going better right now. I am taking a decent amount of block damage, but nothing too crazy. I forgot to mention, we are up against S17A. These guys are pretty good. They placed plot 2 last season. They're plot 1 ally usually, like us, so definitely a good matchup. They're a very even matchup. I don't think I included it in the video, but I will say at the end whether we lose or win the war. If Magneto didn't have the speed resistance, this fight would have been over a long time ago. Just keep that in mind. And he's down. Nice matchup. Very fun, and yeah, that's it for my war. So we did end up winning this war. Pretty close, but we did. So, see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
I prefer the term autocrat. I would rule as a chief executive. I would not answer to a board of directors or any other entity. Nothing to impede progress. If you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the windows.